Dressing room here tonight, and Boone Jenner is talking. We'll get over and get position, and hear what Boone has to say here tonight.
Competing with their speed.
I thought good. I thought for a lot of the minutes of that game, we played the way we needed to and we wanted to. It's just a couple little things that breakdowns or whatnot, and they were able to capitalize on.
When you make a mistake against a team like this, obviously they know how to bury it. That's part of what makes them so good, right?
Yeah, they're a dangerous team. A lot of offense over there, and a little breakdown, and they can have a good scoring chance. They put it in the net. I thought they capitalized on there. So. Like I said, though, I thought there's a lot of good things for us out there.
Yeah, but not looking for moral victories here, but your style of play, really from the drop of the puck, was, I think, pretty close to what you guys want. Take the mistakes away, and it's a different outcome, maybe.
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of minutes there that were good for us, and we got to build on that. Come in tomorrow prepared to get better, and we just got to take some of that game with us and build off it.
Boone Jenner talking here tonight. Seth Jones is over at his stall. Let's talk to Seth. Seth, tonight looked like your attitude, your mindset was really just shoot the puck every time you got it from the blue line and get it hard to the net. Was that accurate?
Well, yeah, I think that was the team's mindset. We talked about it yesterday during practice and all day this morning during meetings. We need to get more shots on net and more traffic. So that's what we did. So I was just trying to get some pucks to the net.
And you guys did get some rebounds tonight that you were able to capitalize on.
Yeah, I think a lot of goals are scored in this league with second and third chances and plays in tight. So I thought we did a good job of getting to the net tonight.
This is just one of those teams that you almost have to play a perfect game, don't you? Because if you make a mistake, they're right there to pounce. Exactly,
and we made a couple, plays to the middle of the ice that weren't there, and it's in the back of our net, and that's what happens against a good team like this.
You probably have a 3-game point streak going on. What can you attribute that to?
They're all second assists, so my teammates pretty much are doing a good job. I'm just trying to get pucks to the net and make the right play.
Seth Jones talking here. Kirby Reichel picked up his first NHL goal tonight, and let's listen to Kirby here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once you get, I think my first game I had a really good chance there, and I, kind of got stoned. So I think that was my best chance. In each game, it kind of wears on you, but it was definitely a great play by Carly to get it over, and I'm definitely happy to get my first one for sure.
Does it relieve some pressure from you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I felt pretty comfortable, after the goal, and I started making more plays and, playing more like myself.
The opportunities you're going to get here as a young player, the opportunity to be up here, how valuable is this experience for you right now? Real game time, real opportunities, meaningful stuff. How does this affect you, the way you prepare?
Yeah, absolutely. It's really important. I mean, I guess you can kind of say this is my chance to, hopefully stick, and I'm trying to make the most of it. I mean, if I'm not scoring goals or getting assists, I mean, I need to get on the body and play good defensively and earn Torch's trust.
Kirby Reichel picked up his first NHL goal in this game tonight. He had one of them for the Blue Jackets, but they fall to the Washington Capitals here at Nationwide Arena. And so now the Capitals have won 2 of the first 3 games. One remains between these two teams to be played at the Verizon Center in Washington later in the season. Head coach John Tortorella will come and talk to us, and we'll have it for you coming up next on the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network. Blue Jackets losing tonight to the Washington Capitals here at Nationwide Arena. And a tough one for the Blue Jackets this evening. They had back-to-back wins against Toronto and Colorado. Came in tonight, got the early lead in this game. William Karlsson with a great feed right across the top of the crease, setting up Kirby Reichel to make it 1-0. And then the Capitals able to take advantage after that. They get 2 goals. Blue Jackets make a mistake. First of all, inside of the Washington end, not so much of a mistake. I guess I shouldn't say that on the first one. Dalton Prout, as Braden Holtby plays the puck off the glass, Prout's just trying to get against the boards, keep the puck in the zone. It ends up falling right onto the stick of Alex Ovechkin, who goes racing around Dalton Prout and comes up the ice with TJ Oshie and Nicholas Backstrom. Those are probably, 3 of the top 6 or 7 guys in the NHL you don't want to see coming up the ice with the puck. And they do it in an odd man rush. All 3 of them touch the puck. Backstrom finishes it and makes it a 1-1 game. And then the Blue Jackets turn over the puck inside of their own zone. Justin Falk trying to make a play out of the far corner and goes down to one knee. They end up getting the puck. The Capitals do. They feed Jason Chimera. He loves to play in this building as a member of the Washington Capitals. He scored last time they were here a couple of weeks ago. He scores again tonight. Breaks the tie, makes it a 2-1 game. And then what really turned out to be the deciding factor, it's easy to say now when you look at it, was the double minor that was taken by Justin Falk. All day long, everybody has said you got to stay out of the penalty box. You can't take penalties against this team. John Tortorella said this morning, you're going to take penalties. You just have to take you can't take bad penalties. Now, is that one bad or not? I thought it was kind of an inadvertent high stick that catches Marcus Johansson right in the nose, causes blood, which means it's a double minor, and all of a sudden Justin Falk is in the penalty box for 4 minutes. Well, it really wasn't 4 minutes because it took them all of 13 seconds to score in the first part of that power play and make it a 3-1 game, and then they get another power play goal on the second half of the double minor and make it 4-1. And really, Washington's kind of off to the races there. But as the Blue Jackets get back into it, and Boone Jenner scores to cut the lead in half, then there's that 5th goal. And that situation is one we've been talking about throughout the course of the season, how the Blue Jackets, sometimes the ebbs and flows of the game, they don't handle it correctly, or they can't just stay with it, I guess I should say in this case, because they get the goal, they've got the momentum, and all of a sudden the Capitals come right back down and they score. Sergei Bobrovsky tonight, I thought he looked like a guy that hasn't played in weeks. I'm not blaming all the goals on him by any means. I told you there were a couple of turnovers there. I thought early in the game, I think you could say that he was put in precarious positions by his team, but then as the game went on, there were some other ones that, I think normally when his timing is down and all of that, he's up to the challenge of making that stop. It didn't happen tonight for whatever. So this is kind of a team loss tonight. The goaltender, sometimes you lose a game and the goalie has a great night and everybody else couldn't put the puck in the net. Sometimes you score a lot of goals and the goaltender can't stop pucks. And tonight it was everything. It was a little bit of everything. But it really came down to the fact that the Washington Capitals are exactly what they were billed to be coming into this one. They are the top team in the National Hockey League at this point. And they are a team that's got a lot of firepower. They are a smart team. They'll hurt you if you make mistakes. And the Blue Jackets made just enough mistakes tonight that came back to bite them in this game. And, again, it should be of no surprise. You almost have to play a perfect game against this team. It's really disappointing because just a couple of weeks ago the Blue Jackets beat them here. And, yes, that game went into overtime and a shootout and all that stuff. So it wasn't a clean regulation win, but you beat them the last time. And you were hoping that it was going to be another close game and maybe a low-scoring game with the 2 goaltenders that were going head-to-head this evening. But didn't work out that way, unfortunately, for the Blue Jackets. So it's kind of back to the drawing board. They're 1-1 in this 3-game homestand. They've got one more game remaining, and that's coming up on Thursday when the Calgary Flames come to town. It'll be the first time this year that the Blue Jackets and the Flames get together. So we'll find out what happens in that one. Right now, let's hear from the head coach, John Tortorella.
John, do you always kind of worry about your goaltender who's been off for a while coming back into a game like this? Just what you saw on that spot for him tonight. It's a tough setup.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. We know he's going to be better. He's been out for a while. A couple of them he has no chance on. But yeah, it's a tough spot. But this is the only way you get him out of his play. And so we'll keep on playing him, and we see where we go.
A lot of mistakes that led to Washington goals. You nearly need to play a flawless game against a team like this to be successful.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot of mistakes. I would, because I thought we did some really good things 5-on-5, but the mistakes were big mistakes, where we have a turnover in the middle of the ice that costs us there. A couple of turnovers and they bury them. Where I just feel if we just stay within ourselves a little bit in those type of situations, we'll get through it. I thought we made some good offensive plays. I thought we played well 5-on-5. Couldn't kill a penalty. Take another penalty with a high stick. Just lack of discipline as far as the stick. And that team wins on their power play. That really hurt us there as far, and we didn't bail them out. We didn't bail Falker out. We couldn't kill either one of them.
The team has an air of confidence about them, the Capitals. Is that what you're looking for? And I know you're not trying to emulate anybody in particular, but do you feel that with them? Is that where you're trying to get?
When you win 39 games and lose 8, you can't be nothing but confident. That's what winning does for you. And we're a team that we win a few, lose a few, and I thought we had the right attitude going into the game tonight. And quite honestly, I thought we played a really good first. I thought we played a lot of good 5-on-5 minutes. But every mistake we make, they capitalize. And that's why they are the best team in the league. They have the people that can do it, and they don't beat themselves. And so I'm hanging my hat on some positive. I saw some good things. I thought Carlson's line was good. Again, we lose a game, and I'm not looking, as we always talk about those moral victories, but you have to hang your hat on and try to stay on top of this with a positive attitude. So the 5-on-5 minutes we'll look at and try to build off and try to get our discipline in check.
John Kirby got his first NHL goal. Josh Anderson got one 4 or 5 nights ago. When you see those firsts happen for those young players, they get that out of their mind. Can you see their development come maybe a little bit at a quicker pace after something like that?
Yeah, we have a lot of kids in our lineup. With the injuries we have a lot of kids, and it's a good thing that's happening. I thought they've improved as they've played. He didn't get many minutes tonight, but Hannakainen there, I think he's going to be a good player in a role player for us here as he continues developing. So that with the injuries we have and the kids that are playing, you can see them improve. So that's where we're at right now. We have to keep on pushing them along, teach, and keep it in a positive atmosphere here.
John, you always talk about more shots on net, more pucks in the blue. Were you pleased with that aspect of the game tonight? Was it just Holtby being Holtby this season?
Holtby played well. He made some key saves in the first period before we even scored. I thought we developed more offense tonight than we have in quite a few games, and we don't finish every chance they had. I mean, I think it was 3 goals on how many shots? 6 shots. It's hard, and you can tell your players to stay confident, but it's hard when you're trying to find your way to get some consistency. You get some scoring chances you can't finish, and everything they shoot goes in the net. And I'm not blaming Bob, because a couple of those goals were really good goals, but we put ourselves in that spot with some costly turnovers, and then the 4-minute penalty that buries you a little bit as a team, giving up 2 power play goals on the 2 minors. Thank you.
Blue Jackets head coach John Tortorella talking after his team's loss to Washington here tonight. Jody Shelley joins me right now. You heard what he just said about 5-on-5 play, and you echoed those sentiments when you came in.
Yeah, I thought, what a start for the Blue Jackets. They went right at the Washington Capitals. Too bad for the mistakes. I mean, they're one of those teams. If it came down to the 60th minute of this game, they're that team that wait for their opportunities, because I thought the first period, they scored on their second shot on net, which it took a while to get for them because the Blue Jackets controlled the pace, played the way they wanted to play. And when the Blue Jackets do that, I guess when any team does that against the Capitals, you play to your identity, you're going to set yourself up for success. But sustaining that, because any little mistake or any little, you look at that top line, Oshie, Ovechkin, and Backstrom, that's an all-star line. You put that line against any team, you crack a little, and they're going to jump all over it. Goaltender's nightmare when it's a 3-on-2, or even an even situation with those guys out there. They've got chemistry, they're dangerous, they're dynamic, and they're playing the Barry Trotz system. So, You know, for the Blue Jackets, they shot themselves in the foot a couple times. The power play goals, the Caps are 20-0-2 when scoring a power play goal, something ridiculous like that. So they gave them 2 tonight, and then from there, the Blue Jackets just couldn't get back on Holtby. I thought maybe in the third you'd see more. You know, they made it 5-on-3. I thought you'd see more of an attack mentality, but credit the Capitals for keeping the Blue Jackets on the outside and not letting them get in on those rebounds, which Holtby, you had mentioned Holtby was given those rebounds. Blue Jackets couldn't get to those and bury that goal. But, you know, one other thing, Bob. The secondary scoring has been here. And you know, you get a power play goal, that's the primary scoring. Those are the guys that have got to score. And, you know, this is the nights when you miss the Calverts, Folignos, and even the Hartnells in this lineup. So those primary scorers need to rise a little more. But I like the secondary scoring coming. That gives you a chance to win.
And part of that secondary scoring is Ryan Murray getting a goal here tonight, and that's really starting to come from the defense. Jack Johnson gets a game winner the other night, late in the third period. But I think with Ryan Murray playing with Seth Jones, I think you have a completely different Ryan Murray now. Just the confidence. And I know you were forward but not a defenseman, but you've been around enough of these guys in your career. When you have two guys playing together where one guy knows whatever mistake I make, this guy's going to fix it for me, and I can just go, it's a world of difference, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and the chemistry and the confidence they have, and there's a thing called trust, and I have to be able to trust that I know you're going to make that play in the corner with two guys around you, and I can stay back and play my position rather than come over and try to help you and overcompensate. Now we're both in a little bit of a pickle. So, yeah, there's a lot of chemistry that's built up quickly with those two guys. Ryan Murray is so excited and almost giddy about playing with Seth Jones.
And this is a guy that looks like he's flatlining all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
he hardly shows emotion.
He barely celebrated when he scored that goal,
right? Exactly.
And he had a nice assist last game. So, no, I think it's coming for Ryan Murray. And it's interesting, you get a new coach in Tortorella. Where do you slot in this Ryan Murray, second overall pick? And he was with Jack Johnson. He was with a couple of different guys, and he was playing his off wing. A natural fit, especially with a guy with that much potential, and that much is expected of him. It's nice to see those two guys really settle in there.
Yeah, and nice to know that you can kind of lock them in right now. That should be your pairing for years to come.
No question.
So you get a chance to do that right now. So now it's looking at the final game of the homestand. The Calgary Flames come in here on Thursday, and you're getting close to that All-Star break. So you only got a couple of games left, and the focus has to be there to get as many wins as you possibly can before that break.
And I think that's why Torts has just kind of said, okay, let's take the positives and get in and roll our sleeves up with Calgary. This is a tall task tonight. Okay, they should have won, and they could have won. No doubt they should win every night. But now stay with the positives, and as you mentioned, there's a few games left before the break. Let's build something going into the break. You know, maybe get 3 out of 3 here. Is 3 left?
4 left.
4. So get 4 out of 4. Yeah, Boston. On
3
Saturday.
teams. 3 teams and 4.
Thank you,
There
Bob. So get those wins.
That's
snowball.
that trust thing, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Snowball it into the break, and then come out of it with some confidence because, you know, this could just be one of the blips in a nice little string here if they can put it together.
All right. Tomorrow night, Jody and I will do our weekly radio show, The Inside Edge. You'll be able to catch that on 97.1 The Fan in Columbus, and you can also get it on your Blue Jackets app. But that's going to do it for our portion of the Tim Hortons postgame show. Milan Jordan will continue with more next on the Scioto Downs Columbus Blue Jackets Radio Network.